today by 3.8 seconds was Oscar.
Come.
Oh.
Interviews.
Into
How do you feel about this one?
was good, was fun. Probably gonna make a highlights video out of it. Really enjoyed it, had some fun with friends, especially the overtakes on Edgar and Adrian. They're not going to fly tomorrow because there's going to be cones there and penalties are going to be given. So definitely not going to work tomorrow. However, I'm still confident that I can do well and possibly win tomorrow. Going for it because I feel like I can win the championship this year as well. So that's how I do. Hello then, so today is time for SRK Juniors round 3. It is around South Coast Karting today, and it's really sunny today. Great weather compared to the last few rounds, which are soaking wet, especially Hereford. It was god-awful trying to clean everything, but I'm really excited for today. Had some good practice, especially yesterday. Had some fun with Edgar, Adrian, Howie, and everyone else. It was really fun, and staff here are amazing, like I said in the previous video, and facilities are great as well. My only qualm is that the track is too easy to defend. I think if they added more sections that were needing to brake a bit more, it would also make it better, as there's two really long flat out sections that I don't quite like, but I think it's still fine. It's perfectly good for now, and it's way better than their last layout, which I would have hated to compete on. But yeah, I'm going to be saying that I'm pretty confident this round. I'm also going to be hoping for the best, and I'll be recording all the sessions today, including my warm-up, so it'll probably be all put into the video. We are the third group today. It was cadets, now it's novices currently, and it's going to be juniors soon, so I'll need to get fully ready. And yeah, I'm excited for this. Let's see how I go. Well, first heat went pretty well in my opinion. Went from 4th up to 1st. Got a cone warning, but luckily it was only a warning and I didn't get a penalty for that, because that would have been tragic, honestly. So it's not like when I went here for the championship when they were giving straight penalties. It's now not even a 5-second penalty, it's actually a 3-second penalty after a initial cone warning. So I was lucky to only get a warning there, as I accidentally hit the cone on the apex with a hairpin. Overall, pretty happy with that first heat, from 4th to 1st. Kart was a rocket, though I had it in practice well, and I was 3/10 quicker, so happy with that. Not a bad heat at all, and I'm really happy with that. Next heat, I'm starting in 6th. So I'm still confident I can make up some positions, probably get into top 3 or top 2 at least, unless I'm an absolutely dog kart. But even then, I'm pretty sure I could do something with it. But overall, I'm confident for the day to come, and we'll see how it goes. was not the best decision I made. Should have settled for second there instead of trying to push for first, but it is what it is. I think I finished 6th because of the penalty. So where I started, frustratingly, but first, 6th, and then I'm starting 10th now. So I have to make my way up again. It's really unfortunate because now I'm having a lower chance of qualifying on pole, but I think it's still going to be alright. I still can win if I try enough, hopefully. And yeah, I think I got this still, and I can definitely get a pretty good result still. I thought that because he keeps moving over to the right in that chicane, that I thought I could just send a late overtake on him and it would work out. Unfortunately though, he didn't back out and I was a little bit too far there. So yeah, it just didn't work out as well as I would have thought, and I got a penalty for it. I just got greedy there. I got really, really greedy. Didn't pay off, and I am now not doing well because of that. So yeah, not the best decision I made. Definitely not. I think I'm going to be in a much worse position. However, if I do really good on my next heat, I can definitely get a strong position for the final, in which I can still confidently say I will be able to win. By strong position, I mean somewhere at least mid-pack in the A. Well, that's my day over, and unfortunately it was all of my doing. I got another penalty as I tried to overtake Iris, outbraked myself, hit into my teammate Lewis, and yeah, really fucked myself over there. That's just all my fault. So I suppose it's going to be one of my drop rounds, I hope at least. There's still another 7 rounds in the championship to go. Feeling confident still, as I definitely have the pace. I definitely have the overtaking capabilities. It's just I need to make better decision making, and if I can work on that, I'm certain I can still do really well and maybe even still win the championship if possible. So I'm still going to go for it. I'm still going to try my hardest. But that heat was just a bit of a mess. I got a good start, decent start, then I got stuck behind Iris, who was defending really well, and I just couldn't get past her for quite a while, which already basically messed up my race. And after that I went for an overtake, then I hit into Lewis, got me a penalty. Then I just couldn't really get past her, then Anthony overtook me, and that's where I finished with the penalty. So yeah, I need to try my hardest to not get any more penalties, and if I can do that, then and get more good results in the championship, then I think I can still save the year. So yeah, I don't think I got too confident. I think I just got too greedy in the first one, as I thought I could do the same overtake that I did on Anthony in the first heat, that I could do it on Luke in the second one, but it didn't work out evidently. And then in the third one, I do think I was a bit not performing the greatest, as I was a bit in my head maybe and a bit tired, and since it was a back start, then I couldn't really figure out what I was doing with myself, unfortunately. Okay then, B final, really not where I wanted to be on this day, but okay. We get a good start as Jack leaves us room going through the chicane, so we stay in P2, but now that Aubrey has a gap, we have to try and close it, so I have to hope that I'm faster than the drivers behind, or that Jack will defend if he's slower than the drivers behind. I'm also confident I can catch up to Aubrey, as I know my kart is good due to having it in Heat 1, so I'm pretty sure I can catch up to him. As you can see, I have caught up to Aubrey after about 1 or 2 laps, and then I just cleanly overtook him a lap later, as I think he left me a bit more space than he should have. After that, he just made a great defensive effort against William Markwick, who had the fastest kart and set the fastest lap of the final. Really appreciate that, as it could have been a bit closer. That allowed me to easily win the B final by a large gap and get into the back of the A final. Now we're starting last in the A final. Again, not where I want to be, but oh well. We've got Chloe on our left and Harrison Maxwell ahead of us. They get a good start, but Harrison breaks his neck going to chicane, which allows me to gain 2 positions on both of them. Then we are right behind Mason Turner, and then going out the hairpin into the next corner. I want to go up his inside as he goes wide, and then I hang around the outside for the next 2 corners until I keep the inside for the next corner before going onto the straight and up to the hairpin. This allows you to gain 3 positions in the first half of the first lap. Now we're catching up to Josh Elliott, who actually tries to overtake the driver ahead. So they're going side by side with the hairpin. I try to follow Daniel through and overtake Josh. However, he has the inside for the next corner, so I can't really do much. Mason Turner tries to do the same thing I did to him, but I hang around the outside with more momentum and speed, so I keep that position myself. A few corners later at the hairpin, I go up his inside. He keeps the inside for the next corner. I go for the outside. I get a better exit going around the outside, keep the inside for the last corner of the lap, and I get that position. Now, as I start a new lap, Daniel Robinson goes up the inside of Vasco Lorenco, who then gets a bad exit at the hairpin, and I go around his outside into the next corner. Now, up ahead, Adrian goes for an overtake on another driver. It doesn't actually stick, so he gets a really bad exit, meaning Daniel Robinson is allowed to go up his inside on the exit. I try to follow him through, but again, I'm not as much alongside, and I bump into Daniel Robinson, so I cannot get the position myself. Now it's the start of a sequence of unfortunate events. Adrian goes up the inside of Daniel Robinson, gains that position. I try to capitalise on it by going wide and then cutting back in, but that was a mistake as Vasco Lorenco tries to go up my inside. I keep the inside for the straight and the hairpin. However, then on the hairpin, on the exit, I go a bit wide, then I try to turn in. However, Daniel Robinson is also turning in from the outside. I hit into the side of him just as Vasco also bumps into the back of me, and then I get bumped forwards even more by Vasco, thus spinning out Daniel Robinson and getting stuck myself. This dropped me from 7th position down to last and gave me a penalty, which I don't think was quite my fault. Personally, I think that's just a racing incident, as I tried to turn in on my normal racing line, Daniel tried to turn in from the outside, then I half spun him, and then I full spun him because I got bumped forwards by Vasco. That means I finish dead last in the A final due to a penalty. It's very unfortunate, but I guess I'd have to get over it. Now, a few laps later, because Chloe and Harrison are having a fight, I managed to catch up and overtake Chloe, as she just let me pass, basically. And then Harrison got a bad pass board, which then allowed me to overtake him, as he had to let Chloe past. So, yeah, that's 2 free positions, so it does not matter, as I have the penalty. Very unfortunate, very angry about that. I don't think that was my fault. Of course, the 2 previous ones were definitely my fault, and I will not refute that at all. But yeah, I don't think the final one was my fault. It was a racing incident, in my opinion. But if you guys want to tell me what you think in the comments, I'll definitely appreciate your opinions and include them in my thoughts and analysis later on in the future. Nothing more to really say. I'll continue to try and do my best in the championship, try to get no more penalties, and thank you all for watching, and I would appreciate if you could like and subscribe if you haven't already. Goodbye.